Evening and welcome.
Blog Talk Radio.
We go gospel music today. Brian Lester is the guest of Gospel Music Today. How's everybody doing? Gospel Music Today, as we begin our program for today. We hope everything is going well for you.
Gospel Music Today, Ken and Jean Grady.
This is Gospel Music Today. Now, here are the hosts of Gospel Music Today, Ken and Jean Grady.
We are very glad you could be with us this week on Gospel Music Today. We have Southern Gospel News coming up, some concert updates, and a very special event on today's program, the world premiere of the new music video by Mark 209. It's from their Thumbprint CD. The song is My Kind of People, exclusive debut right here on Gospel Music Today. And Jean has a feature group.
Our feature group this week is from Michigan. It's Souls Harbor.
From backstage at the Diplomats' Homecoming, we spoke to our old friend Brian Lester. That'll be on today's show. And you've been listening to some new music.
Brand new CD by the McKameys and another one by Gloryland.
And you've been reading.
A little bit of history today in the singing news.
We were at a concert, the Fanfare in Kentucky. We heard the Singing Cooks sing, and we'll have exclusive video on today's program.
And what about the archive?
From a few years ago at the Absolutely Gospel Music Fest in Nashville, Tennessee, we heard Gold City, exclusive video on today's show.
All right, let's get it started.
You are watching Gospel Music Today. The news is next.
The Heath Brothers Trio has signed with Horizon Records and will begin recording a new album with Roger Talley as producer. Classic artist music groups Charlie Griffin has signed the Chordsman Quartet to the Chime Records label. The Chordsman's first Chime Records release will be a live recording at the Creekside Gospel Music Convention in Pigeon Forge. James Marvell has been nominated in the Christian Country Inspirational Vocalist of the Year category in the Josie Awards for Independent Artists. The awards ceremony will be held at Dollywood in the Celebrity Theater. Stowtown artists Little Roy Lewis and Lizzie Long have released a project called 10, which is a 10-song collection celebrating 10 years together. Main Street Music and Entertainment has signed former Beyond the Ashes vocalist Kellen Monroe to the Exit 209 label to record his first solo album. The project will be produced by Gordon Mote. That's a look at some of the happenings in the world of Southern Gospel. You can keep up with the latest Southern Gospel news by reading SG and Scoops Digital Magazine. Take a look at their website at sgandscoops.com. And you can find more Southern Gospel news at our website, gospelmusictoday.com.
We have been on the road.
Yes, we have. We've been to Somerset, Kentucky to the Gospel Music Fanfare. And one night the Singing Cooks were there and the fans went wild. I think we've got a clip.
Yes, we do. was from the Christian Voice magazine Gospel Music Fanfare in Somerset, Kentucky, and the people that were there really loved the Singing Cooks.
Yes, they did. Who has a birthday this week?
Happy birthday to Scott Fowler. Scott sings with Legacy 5, and his birthday is July 9.
And we wish a happy birthday to all our Southern Gospel friends.
We have more video from the Gospel Music Fanfare coming up, but first, Jean has been listening to some new music.
Created to Fly is a new CD by Gloryland. It was produced by Jonathan Goodwin, and it has some great gospel favorites on it, such as Sail On Over, The Lighthouse, Boundless Love, and my favorite, which is One of These Mornings. That's Gloryland with Created to Fly.
This is a concert update from Gospel Music Today. The McKameys will be at Elizabeth Church in Marietta, Georgia on August 17 at 6:30 p.m. If you're looking for a concert near you, check out the search engine at gospelgigs.com. And you can always use the links at our website, gospelmusictoday.com.
Souls Harbor is a Southern Gospel trio based out of Southeast Michigan. The group consists of Ron Brown, his son David, and David's wife Joy. The ministry is entering its 27th year, but has just in the past year started introducing their music to radio audiences. Souls Harbor has been a part of the National Quartet Convention's Artist Showcase the past 3 years. They performed at Dollywood as part of the Harvest Fest in 2017 and have also performed at the Biblical Times Theater in Pigeon Forge as well as the God and Country Theater in Branson. You can find out more about this week's feature group at soulsharbormusic.com.
From Gospel Music Fanfare in Somerset, Kentucky, we have more singing coming up by one of the all-time classic groups. The Singing Cooks are up next on Gospel Music Today.
Coming up next, Ken visits with Brian Lester of the Lesters. Welcome back to Gospel Music Today.
We were at the Diplomats' homecoming in Calhoun, Georgia. The Lesters were one of the feature groups, and we spoke backstage to Brian Lester. That's up next on Gospel Music Today. We are on the road in Calhoun, Georgia, backstage at the Diplomats' homecoming, and look who I found backstage. From the Lesters, it's Brian Lester. Brian, welcome.
Ken, thank you so much. I just kind of wander the halls from here and there, but I finally make my way around. It's such a privilege to be on Gospel Music Today. Thank you so much for having me.
We are so glad to see you. We were so stunned at the sudden passing of Mike Reeder, and we know that you had a really strong connection with that family.
We did. Mike... he was a young man. He really was. But I talked with his wife still frequently, and there's no other explanation. God was ready to bring him home, and that's all there was to it. We were together the night before at Lewis and Clark College in Godfrey, Illinois, and just had a great day together. And we all loaded up the trailers and the buses, and they were going home. Actually, we were on for our date the next day, but thank God that they were home. They could have been out riding the bus, and something like that. So. But less than 24 hours later, he was gone. But it helped us to realize we need to cherish every moment. But my grandfather, Harvey Lester, actually was the one when Mike and his sister Linda and his two brothers, their last name is Reeder. And so, but they didn't want to call them the Reeders. But my grandfather, they asked him if he would name them, and so my grandpa gave them the name of the Singing R's, and that's where they first began, and that was in the middle to late '60s.
Wow.
And they would come to. They would come to St. Louis, and that's back when we had the Kingsland Theater, and they would sing. Their grandpa would bring them out there. Then they began going around, and their name began to spread. And so it was, that's a blessing to me. And so, yes, I thank God for them and for the ministry that they've had through the years, and I'm going to miss him so very much.
Yeah. We met them as the Chosen Ones, and the Lesters and the Chosen Ones had a great series of programs, Celebrate America, and yet a Christmas program, and some of those will continue.
They will. Yes, we're preparing now. Actually, even all the family will not be on the program, but some of them will be.